Last few years, tensions have been simmering in the Taiwan Strait, but now tensions seem to be even closer to their peak than they were before. In response to Beijing's unprecedented military drills encircling Taiwan, Taipei is holding its own exercises designed to show its preparedness for war. Taiwanese Air Force demonstrated some of its most powerful anti-aircraft weaponry. Flexing its muscles in the face of Chinese war games, Taiwanese F-16 fighter jets roared into the sky in a show of force. China kicked off its largest ever military drills in the region, including launching ballistic missiles after the US House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited the island. Beijing was then further triggered and expanded its exercises after another US lawmakers' delegation visited Taipei after Pelosi's visit. In the latest, 51 warplanes and 6 warships belonging to China were spotted in areas around Taiwan, and out of those 51 warplanes, at least 25 had crossed the median line or entered southwestern part of Taiwan's air defense zone. The median line has been treated as an official border on both sides of the Taiwan Strait for years. What you can see now is a video released by Taiwan. It shows how close the Chinese military drills were to some of its Taiwanese vessels. These videos were reportedly taken between August the 13th and August the 15th. The Taiwanese president, who is so far standing up to Xi Jinping, visited the island's Sao naval base on the northeast coast to boost the morale of naval forces. Tsai Ing-wen thanked them for their efforts amid Chinese escalation.
In the face of China's harassment and provocation outside Taiwan's territorial waters, it is even more necessary to keep an eye on the dynamics of enemy ships all the time. The pressure is so great that it is indescribable.
Meanwhile, with growing Chinese coercion, Taiwan and the United States also announced plans for trade talks in the early autumn. The US says Beijing is likely to continue to squeeze the self-ruled island, which it views as its own. Beijing, therefore, is thought to be planning seizing the island one day by force if necessary. Washington diplomatically recognizes Beijing over Taipei, but maintains de facto relations with Taiwan and supports the island's right to decide its future. Well, for more on this, Ting Ting Lu is reporting for WION from Taipei.
It's been more than 2 weeks since U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan, and I would say that the military tension coming from the People's Liberation Army has increased day by day. The president of Taiwan, President Tsai Ing-wen, has released the latest footage on Thursday, and in there was actually a never-before-seen footage of how a Taiwanese Navy frigate has sailed closely and basically intercepted a PLA Navy Type 054A class frigate. And from my sources, they actually confirmed to me that this video was taken in between the 13th to 15th August, though locations are known. But you need to know that the time period was actually after the PLA has announced that they have completed military drills around Taiwan on the 10th of August, and they are actually changing to conduct regular combat-ready patrols. But you see, combat-ready patrols, this is actually nobody really know what the Chinese was trying to say through that. But from the footage released by the Taiwan Defense Ministry, no doubt military tension, be it in the sky or in the waters, are still very high. Just to give you some numbers, on the 18th of August, a total of 51 PLA aircraft and 6 PLA Navy vessels have actually conducted military exercises around Taiwan, and of which 25 actually crossed the median line in the Taiwan Strait. The Chinese have claimed that the Taiwan Strait's median line is non-existent and illegitimate. But you need to understand that the median line is actually existent for many decades, trying to keep the status quo and peace in this region. But no doubt, in the near future, and probably for the next few months, we are going to see increasing military pressure coming from China towards Taiwan. This is Xingxing Liu from Taipei, Taiwan.